Sir, my next question is related to SEZs. There are approximately 230 operational SEZs, special economic zone in India, and these SEZs offer good competitiveness, capital inflow due to various incentives that have been announced so far, and which attracted foreign investment to establish their base in India. And in the past, we have seen substantial increase in number of foreign companies operating in Indian SEZs. So my questions are, what do you think SEZ will play a role in economic situation, especially COVID-19 situation? Because during lockdown, SEZs were in operation, though other businesses were closed down, but SEZs were in operation. And what further stimulus government has been announcing, and there is a separate question on the government announcement for export market. But apart from that, what additional stimulus should be given by Government of India for especially for SEZ infrastructure?
See, so far as the SEZs are concerned, it would closely depend on the export market and exports which will be made. So essentially, one important thing here is that if there is a decline in global trade, then SEZs would also have their fair share of problem. Now, SEZs have a particular advantage. They already have their customers tied up. So it is more a question of maintaining the relationship and going ahead at least to nearby countries so far as SEZs exports are concerned. Now, Indian SEZs, actually, if you look at Indian SEZ vis-a-vis, let's say, the Chinese SEZs have a much more comprehensive special economic zones which have been set up, which are virtual self-sufficient cities, where Indian SEZs are much smaller in size. Operational economics, we had tried to build two massive SEZs on the Chinese model, 2 or 3 of them, but which unfortunately has not been possible. So right now what we have are more of export processing zones and smaller enclaves. Now the trouble with smaller enclaves and export processing zones are that they are good, but they do not make an ecosystem within itself. A large SEZ can make an ecosystem within itself. Now, if you really look at Shenzhen economic zone or Shenzhen special economic zone, or even for that matter, though it does not really fit 100% with SEZ, but even Singapore for that matter, the whole orientation and the whole ecosystem which has been developed in an SEZ in these countries, when you have a very large size SEZ with the entire setup being made in a manner which suits international operators and international trade, you should have product being produced both on the inputs as well as the final product, that is the raw materials, the finished goods, etc., as well as the final products, raw materials, intermediate goods, as well as the final products of absolute international standard. You should have a way in which you can attract the best of talents in these SEZs. So there should be ease of living. You should have international companies coming in, and international companies can only come in when you have set up for them absolute ease of living and zero bureaucracy. If you look at what has happened in China, Chinese SEZs are virtually free countries. You can come into those SEZs and you can do your trade, you can stay there, you can have a living depending on whatever you want, the manner you want. India had tried in certain Japanese township and all to do that, but those were all quite small. Now, what happens as a result of that is that if you do not have an ecosystem exclusively dedicated to an SEZ, then you do not have production of intermediate goods and primary goods which are of standard equivalent to international standards. If you have bought outs from a domestic market where the standards may not suit the international standards, in that case, the product, when it goes from the domestic market to the SEZ, can also suffer from that lacuna. So essentially, I would have a feel that it is time that we started talking in terms of larger SEZs, which could be comprehensive cities where the entire ecosystem is oriented towards making it international competitive and international likable centers in its own right. That would actually make SEZs better. Besides that, the fiscal incentives and the banking facilities, etc., will have to be given, but that my experience suggests that those things would not happen just on a standalone SEZ where the type of SEZs are what you have today. Because those SEZ, the banking and all which have been set up in those SEZs cannot actually be self-sustaining. Like in our Santa Cruz Export Processing Zone or in Cochin Export Processing Zone, you have branches being set up by our banks, which are fine, they are there, but they do not have an operational economics as large as an SEZ like the Shenzhen and others do have. Those, if you are talking, because you were talking in terms of infrastructure, so essentially infrastructure wise, we have to have absolute international quality structure. And if you look at, forget Singapore and all that, even if you look at Vietnam, the way they are developing and all, you have those international standards and international quality control everywhere to make it successful. So I would guess that is the way to go forward for SEZs.
Thank you, sir.